Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Red Eagle Politics. Make sure to like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So Donald Trump, the speculation continues surrounding 2024, and we have sources, inside sources from advisors that are saying that Donald Trump is 99 to 100% likely to run for president against Joe Biden in 2024. And with the recent developments surrounding the Biden administration and all of its blunders recently, it really makes perfect sense that Donald Trump, we talk about Trump being the honorary Zoomer, the high-energy Chad that will return and will run for president in 2024 and be the first president since Grover Cleveland to serve 2 non-contiguous terms. Right here, Jason Miller told a CNN reporter right here that the chances are between 99 and 100%. You have Ohio Representative Jim Jordan at a stop in Iowa saying that he thinks Trump is going to run. Jordan wants Trump to run, and Trump is going to Iowa to do a rally pretty soon. So we're going to talk about 5 takeaways from this, 5 reasons why Donald Trump is going to run, reasons why Donald Trump should run, just 5 general takeaways from this that are super important to talk about. But first, I have to tell you guys about my good friends over at My Patriot Supply. Folks, are you getting an uneasy feeling about the future? You can't put your finger on it, but you know something big is going to happen soon, and it's not going to be good. It's hurricane season, lockdowns may be on the way, and people are quietly stockpiling emergency food while they can. Do you have enough emergency food to get you through a sudden crisis? If not, check out My Patriot Supply. They're the nation's #1 preparedness company, and they've helped serve millions of American families. Right now, you can save 25% off their popular 4-week emergency food kit. You'll enjoy a hearty breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, and snacks totaling over 2,000 calories a day, while everyone else is stuck standing in the food line. Plus, this food stays fresh for up to 25 years in proper storage, so it will be there whenever you need it. But don't wait. Go to preparewithredeagle.com and claim your 4-week emergency food kit now. You'll save 25% if you act today. Again, that is preparewithredeagle.com. So we talk about the CNN article here. We're going to go through 5 reasons why Donald Trump is going to run and be a formidable candidate who potentially has the ability to be the first president since Grover Cleveland to serve 2 non-contiguous terms. Instead of 22 and 24, it would be 45 and 47 if he were to run again, if he were to win again. Obviously, we're not there yet. Biden's administration has, taken some downs. There may be ups that it takes in the future. We talked about the 13 keys a couple videos ago. He's not really in the best position, but if he runs the table on the rest of the keys for the rest of his presidency, okay, maybe, but again, that model is kind of flawed in a way. It's very subjective. So looking at this, Donald Trump is likely to run anyways and probably is the best bet of the Republican Party to win. Now, reason number 1 that we know Donald Trump is running is the physiogrammy check. Donald Trump is essentially changing his appearance again. He's not doing the spray tan anymore. He's just tanning naturally. He's going for the Florida sun. And he's lost a good deal of weight. He looks fairly good in my opinion. He's lost a lot of weight. He's cut down the KFC that he eats with a fork. He cut down some of the Diet Cokes, even though the Diet Cokes technically don't have any calories. They're not necessarily good for you. Donald Trump, he looks better overall. He looks a lot younger, and he's aging in reverse. That is a good thing. That is a very good thing right now. And we see this, the physiogrammy check on the right. You see new Trump. New Trump is improving. Hopefully his energy is going to be much higher now that he has better physiognomy. Now, it is true, the last few rallies have been a little bit boring, but he has to get back in the groove of things. Obviously, doing one rally every few months or so, you're not going to get into the groove. When Trump gets into the groove, when Trump stays on message, he is unstoppable. He roughly ran the table even at the end rallies of 2020, had a good deal of energy. Maybe not as much energy as 2016, but if we can get him back, just halfway there with the energy, he's going to be golden. So he has the appearance going for him, and people are saying that he's looking great over the last couple of months. Everybody that goes into Mar-a-Lago says that Donald Trump looks great. Mar-a-Lago guests frequently comment about how good looking he is these last couple of months. A source told the outlet he feels great as well, because that is good. Some people may say, well, he's losing weight at a rapid rate. Could that mean that he's got health problems? But if he feels great and people say that he looks great and comment on it, that is good news. Representative Steve Scalise, the House Minority Whip, said that Trump was a lot more relaxed than he was in the past 4 years, which is a good thing. And you could talk about the turnout in diet and exercise, raising questions about whether Trump is running again, which is what the article says, a possibility he has neither confirmed nor denied. So already you could see the article on Yahoo is speculating about Trump running in 2024, and this is very true. If you're changing your appearance, typically maybe you're going to be up for something, obviously. If you are weightlifting a lot, even though you haven't really weightlifted before, maybe it's because you're training for a sport or something, or if you're on the treadmill a lot, maybe it's because you're going to be going to the beach more often. Donald Trump is getting his body in shape for something, and it's pretty clear that he's getting his body in shape for what is likely to be a presidential run. So that is step one. Step two is the war chest. Donald Trump already building an operation. He is going to be in Iowa pretty shortly. Accelerated fundraising, more media interviews. He's on Fox News more frequently than he was a few months ago. More press statements. And honestly, he may be back on social media in 2023. I think that's a 2-year suspension he's getting from Facebook and Instagram. Obviously, I don't trust them to reinstate him. But if they do, maybe Twitter will, maybe, just because it will bring more traffic, sort of. And I really hate the fact that we have to rely on these big tech mega corporations. Hopefully we can rein them in. I don't even know if Trump needs to be on these social media networks. But either way, that's a little bit beside the point. Trump is building an operation. New York Times said this. Trump has built a war chest of more than $100 million. That is a lot of money. Now, the good news is he doesn't have people that are going to mismanage it, at least not right away, right? We saw Parscale essentially rob the campaign blind, and then he ends up getting into an altercation with his wife, and that was a mess. The 2020 campaign was awfully run. 2024, he has the ability to run a very good campaign and win. Now, Trump, if you're watching this video, you are more than welcome to hire me as a campaign manager. I will win you as many swing states as we possibly can, but that's beside the point. What we do know is that Donald Trump is raising a lot of money. People will say, well, it's for 2022. Well, it's for paying off his debts or whatever, but it's fairly evident that he's raising insane amounts of money. He's continually raising it. He's accelerating the fundraising to the point where it's likely that maybe he's actually using this to run. So that's pretty much it for number two, his war chest. Number three, best option overall. Donald Trump is the candidate with the most upside. He will bring the most energy to the table. And we know this. We know that. It's pretty evident. You talk about Ron DeSantis. You talk about Josh Hawley. Trump is a person who is a businessman. He is not entirely from the system. I mean, technically he was a part of it, but essentially he was seen by and large as a traitor to the establishment that you could say maybe he was a part of back when he was a businessman, right? Ron DeSantis is a career politician. He was a part of Washington, D.C. Some people may say he may be more effective because he may be able to navigate the swamp, which is true, but also it just as much could be the fact that he is actually just part of the swamp too. If you look at his past record on issues such as foreign policy and trade and energy, and I covered all of this in my DeSantis documentary where I arguably praised him more than I condemned him, he's not exactly a proven product. Josh Hawley. Hawley is a senator. He may be a good senator, although that's not saying a whole lot when you look at who is in the United States Senate. Hawley doesn't exactly have the charisma or the talent or really the name recognition to go the distance either. When it comes to somebody like Tucker Carlson, who is also not entirely in politics, I think Tucker is fine where he is. If he ran, I would support him because on policy, he's better than Donald Trump. But all around, it seems as if Tucker's not going to run, and I don't think that he would. So Donald Trump is the best option for Republicans. Like, who are they going to put up? And what happens if DeSantis doesn't even want to run, if Trump doesn't run? The Republican Party, who are they going to nominate? Somebody like Ted Cruz, Nikki Haley, Marco Rubio? You go down that rabbit hole. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So we know Donald Trump is probably likely to run in 2024 based off of that fact alone. Now, step 4 to this, number 4, is the fact that Donald Trump is actually making good endorsements lately, and this is a good thing. And I talked about maybe, Tucker may have been an informal advisor because obviously the Joe Kent endorsement, the Parnell endorsement, both of them have been on Tucker, and Trump was confirmed watching Tucker, at least the special he did with Viktor Orban. So maybe Tucker's helping him in that way. Like I said, that's a good position for Tucker to be in right now, but either way, the bad advisors are gone. Jason Miller is gone. Jared Kushner is gone. The bad advisors are essentially gone, but you have the good advisors still there. Steve Cortes is an advisor. Steve Cortes, really underappreciated and underrated. And arguably his blueprint is responsible for those Hispanic gains that we saw in the Southwest in the 2020 election. But Steve Cortes is great, and he's got some good advisors. More good than bad right now. He's replaced some of his staffers with better staffers, and he's made great endorsements. He endorsed Herschel Walker. He endorsed, in the state of Pennsylvania, Parnell. He endorsed Joe Kent for Congress. He's endorsing a lot more lately. Today he endorsed Steve Carra for Congress, who is running against Fred Upton. Carra's more of like a paleo-libertarian type of guy, like arguably more of a Tea Party, but he's a great fit for the district, and he's pretty good on the issues, and I know the guy personally, so that's a good thing too. And it seems as if this is a good thing that Donald Trump is replacing Fred Upton. Fred Upton is awful. He's arguably one of the worst of the impeachment 10, especially because his district is like a Trump plus 10 to 15 district or so, and even then he's still awful. And the guy barely won his primary in 2020 against a no-name real estate agent. So you could see this right here. Trump already making a pretty solid endorsement. I wonder if he will do the same thing for Tom Norton in Michigan's 3rd. We'll see what happens there. But either way, the endorsement game is solid. It seems like Lindsey Graham has faded away a little bit too, which is also a good thing. And you love to see it. You absolutely do. So that's a good thing. But beyond that point, endorsements game is improving. Advisors, bad advisors are going away. Hopefully we'll see. I want to see what Trump does in South Dakota, and I want to see what Trump does in Oklahoma, because those two states, if Trump endorses the primary challengers, stuff just got real in those two states. And that would be a very good thing ahead of the 2022 midterms. So lastly, polls, because this is interesting, because he can win. That's for number 5. Because you talk about nostalgia and you talk about people that regret their vote. There was one study that came out the other day that showed that I think up to 20% of Biden supporters regretted their vote. Only like 3% of Trump supporters did. But either way you look at this, and this also ties into number 3 about being the best option overall. Because looking at this, Trump is the only one that beats Biden. And obviously Ron DeSantis doesn't have the name recognition, but still, he's more underwater in the polls than Trump is. People talk about electability, the basement caucus that sits on Twitter. They're kind of like the right wing of the election mafia. We call them the basement caucus. A lot of D-simps in there. And I like Ron DeSantis. Don't get me wrong. I like the guy. He's a great governor and everything like that. But some of these people think he's like the savior of the nation, which is a little strange because, again, basement caucus. They spend so much time in the basement, they don't know what's going on around them. But nevertheless, Emerson was fairly accurate nationally in 2020. And they have Trump winning the popular vote against Biden, not just winning the Electoral College, the popular vote. And if he wins the popular vote, he's probably got around 330 electoral votes or so, give or take 5 or 10. But that's huge. I don't know if this will stay, but Rasmussen had Trump up 6 in the popular vote. This is not the only poll to show what happened. And the regret is there. Biden's approval is going underwater. Obviously, we're still in the first quarter. You have to play 4 quarters of football here. Year 1, we're not even a year out from the first election. So we have roughly 3 years to go. We'll see what happens. But either way, Donald Trump is in a pretty good spot right now. And it seems like he will run. And I think that that is a very good thing. So we'll see what happens. But either way, Donald Trump, 99 to 100% likely to run for president in 2024 based Let's see it happen. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like this video down below, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media. The links are all in the description below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Red Eagle out.